All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man. All right, this is an article from CNBC. And the headline reads, with JPMorgan Mastercard on board in biometric breakthrough year, you may soon start paying with your face. Okay? And JPMorgan and Mastercard, they are working together to implement this pay by face. Like Amazon has pay with your palm. Well, this has a pay by face, okay? And this is all going to show you that we are leading up into that mark, all right? Because not only is, MasterCard getting on board with it, but JP Morgan, which is a large financial institute, okay? Showing you that what? Cash is a thing in the past. They're getting ready to, do away with physical, cold, hard cash, all right? And JP Morgan, like I said, is a big financial institution, and along with JP Morgan, the other bigger financial institutions are going to follow suit. Okay? So this article reads, biometric payments options are becoming more common in the US. Right. And they're, prepping the people and allowing them to get ready for this, mark. Okay? It says such as Apple Face ID enabling app purchases, and Amazon introduction of pay-by-palm technology in stores, and financial firms from JP Morgan to MasterCard embracing the technology. Right. So this is the new wave. This is the wave of the future, okay? This is the technology Esau Edom is going to use to bring forth that mark, okay? So he's allowing people to gradually, familiarize themselves with this technology by what? Allowing you to pay with your smartphones, allowing you to, connect your payments to other forms of payments where you could just use your palm to pay or your face to pay. And this is all according to prophecy. It says some U.S. restaurant chains have started letting patrons pay by face. See? So they're allowing the people to get familiar with it, okay? So that it doesn't seem like a taboo thing or a strange and weird thing. They are allowing these restaurants to, be self-autonomous and allowing people to, assimilate themselves to this technology, okay? By you going into a all, self-autonomous restaurant where robots are, cooking your food, you ordering it and then you paying with your face, they're getting the people more familiarized with this, this way of method, this way of payment, okay? Some U.S. restaurant chains have started letting patrons pay by face, an option already coming in Asia powered by Alipay. While privacy is a concern, that's nothing new in the tech world, and Juniper Research forecasts $3 trillion in mobile biometric payments by 2025, which is right around the corner. So we're going to play a video of one of these self-autonomous, restaurants where, the fry, the cook, everything is ran by, automatic, artificial intelligence, okay? And you're going to see the owner, how he justifies it, okay? Because for one fry cook, with this self-autonomous restaurant, it's $4,000 for that, okay? But he says that that's going to pay for itself, okay? Because with the wages of, minimum wage going up in California to $20, this $4,000 artificial intelligent automated fry cook is well worth its weight in gold. And like I said, we're going to play that video, and we may play a short showing you that, JP Morgan is on board with this, biometric, okay? Pay by your face. It says automated fast food restaurant Cali Express by Flippy in Pasadena, California, opened in January to considerable hype due to its robot burger makers. This is the restaurant I'm talking about. We're going to play that clip so you can see, this is what this society is headed to, okay? Under the guidelines and, control of Esau Edom. He's moving forth towards his enterprise and towards his mark, okay? It says, but the restaurant lunch with another, let's herald innovation, the ability to pay for your meal with your face, okay? So they're getting you prepped, getting you ready for this so you don't be, all rebellious and bucking up against it once it's here, okay? And if you do, they got things put in place just in case. It says Cali Express uses a payment system from facial ID tech company Pop ID, okay? And you're seeing a lot more and more of these facial recognition talks, biometric talks, it's going to be more and more all the way up until that time where they just, finally roll out this mark, okay? And I got an article showing you that it's even affecting the cattle, okay? Because now they are using this face recognition to, recognize each cattle, okay? Showing you, this is where they're going at for the people, okay? Because I have a series where I use, animals are people too, to show you the similarities between the animal and the people, how they're going to use, the animal as another avenue to relate to as a human when they go and talk about this technology, okay? So they are bringing forth this technology, whether you are ready or not, okay? So it says Cali Express uses a payment system from facial ID tech company Pop ID. To activate it, users register with a selfie, then they can opt to recognize, and then Pop ID facials verification confirms the transaction. Okay, let's go check out the video, and then we're going to get that article with the cows, and then we're going to get a couple of precepts.
New at 5, the world's first fully autonomous restaurant will soon be opening in Pasadena.
The new burger joint, Cali Express, is anything but utilizing the world's first AI-powered robotic fry station and grill. Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes brings us a first look.
When you think of fine food and dream dinners,
spread it on the plate.
It's usually the human touch that pushes it into the realm of greatness. But this Pasadena restaurant is taking a different approach.
We are at Cali Express,
which is a restaurant in the Cali Express lane to the future, relying heavily on artificial intelligence and these guys, robots.
It's not a Terminator, it's not a Transformers, it's a very friendly, helpful robot.
There's quite a few of them here. A big one that makes the hamburgers, another one makes the fries, a couple of other robots, they set the holiday mood. Now, keeping them chugging along is AI, even letting you pay with your face.
So it scans your face?
Yes.
You're going to tip the robots, huh?
I don't know if I'm going to tip this now.
See, this is that technology that they getting you, familiar with, okay? So you don't be, frightened once they bring it forth, okay? Because you're going to have people that buck up against it. Just like they don't want to let go of that dollar. They want to have that physical touch that they can hold. Well, they're gonna strip that from you, okay? And this is the way they're going about, doing it, okay? They are allowing you to, associate yourself with this technology. You could go into a restaurant and, pay with your face, okay? You don't have to worry about, digging in your pocket for change, loose change and cash and all that. No, you just step up to the kiosk and put your face there, and it's going to deduct the money or whatever whatever you order to be deducted from out of your account, okay? So this is the technology that they're using to what? To get you familiar with this new phase that they're getting ready to take the society in, okay? Then you go into an all, governed autonomy, restaurant for the most part, okay? This is where we at. They getting ready to get, everything into position. So now they're allowing people to come in and get a first-hand experience with the AI and the automation, okay? Because soon They're going to replace the humans with robots, okay? And we're going to find out why as this video continues to go on.
It's pretty cool, right? But keep in mind, Hollywood doesn't see a very bright future for AI.
Shall we play a game?
The answer to that question should have been no. But the folks here at Cali Express see AI not only as a tasteful dining option, but an economical one as well.
They don't call in sick. They don't get drunk the night before work and come in with a hangover. They're a little bit more reliable.
And affordable. They wouldn't say how much the...
See, it's more economical, okay? Because when you got a human, when you got a human being on the scene, especially when they don't want to be there, and you got to pay them, paid time off, sick pay, they could call in and say they don't want to come to work because they had a hangover the night before. That's not economical, okay? That's making the company lose its margin, all right? But with these robots, there's no calling in, there's no calling off, there's no paying them time off or sick pay or vacation or any of that, okay? So in the long run, it benefits that company to get rid of you humans, okay? Why? Because, for the most part, the human touch is, pretty much affecting their bottom dollar, their bottom line, okay? Why? Because now you have to pay, more money in order to, provide a decent standard of living, okay? Which is why it's all going into, that mark. Because they're going to eventually give everybody universal basic income. And the way you're going to receive it is on your mark, okay? And if you don't have that mark in your right hand, you're not going to be able to receive the, credits that they're going to give to you to spend in an allotted time, okay? They may say you have this amount of credits to spend within the next month, all right? And if you don't, you're going to lose it, all right? So no longer do you have to worry about, working. You're just going to have to take that mark. And you see, this is the utopia world that they want everybody to, to take part in, okay? Don't have to work. The robots will do all the work for you. All we require is your obedience and your allegiance to the system, to the beast, okay? And how do you go about showing your allegiance? By taking that mark. And in turns, they're going to take care of you. They're going to give you what? Money, credit, however they want to call it, and you're going to be able to continue to, live on the grid, all right? So this is the, world that they're getting ready to put forth, for all you, you non-believers, all right?
Hamburger robot costs, but Flippy, the fry chef over here, costs about $4,000. Compare that to a human.
Let's rewind it a little bit just in case, you didn't hear it.
In California, Cali Express see AI not only as a tasteful dining option, but an economical one as well.
They don't call in sick. They don't get drunk the night before work and come in with a hangover. They're a little bit more reliable.
And affordable. They wouldn't say how much the hamburger robot costs, but Flippy, the fry chef over here, costs about $4,000. Compare that to a human who California says will earn $20 an hour starting next year.
It's quite a bit cheaper than funding a few full-time staff.
Those savings, they say, also allowing them to use some really fancy meat in their burgers.
Wagyu? Wagyu.
But don't worry, there will still be people working at Cali Express, adding that human touch.
There's still humans who will pack the food, somebody to assemble, package them, and actually be the friendly face to the customer.
The folks at Cali Express are home.
So those humans in the future are probably going to be ones with, good credit score, good carbon, feet, good carbon footprints and things of that magnitude. Those that obey and oblige by the rules, okay? Those that listen to the beast and, follow exactly how they say, they may give them, the pleasure of actually working, out in public in these, self-autonomous restaurants, okay? Whereas the rest are going to be left to live in their little small cubicle, hooked up to their VR and living in a virtual reality world, okay? So this is the nightmare that's facing the people, especially those that don't believe, all right? This is their future right here, okay? Putting right before their eyes.
Helping those customers, once they get a taste of their burgers,
That is a good burger.
will be saying this.
I'll be back.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more.
All right, we're going to play another clip, a little short, showing you that, JPMorgan is on board with this face recognition, okay, with MasterCard, all right? Because this is the, direction that we're heading into, okay? These big financial institutions are getting ready to do away with this cash, all right? So old heads that's still holding on and hope that, you can use cash, hey, wake up, man, okay? Out with the old, in with the new. So if you ain't on board, you're going to get left behind, all right? If you are putting your trust in this system, you got to go all in, okay? Holding on to your cash is not showing your trust in this system, all right? If you're going to be a faithful Egyptian, then you got to let go of that cold, hard cash and trust in their decision-making skills, okay? So don't try to say that you're not, going to take the mark and yet you still want to hold on to this cash, okay? Let it all go, all right? If you want to take part of this system and be part of this system, then, hey, you have to get on board with the program, and the program is cashless society, okay? If you don't believe in the truth and you saying that, those people are bugged out, well then, hey, you shouldn't be fighting the resistance, okay? You should be, more willing to get on board with the program. So if, the banks are telling you that they're going cashless, it shouldn't be no, resistance from your, your decision-making skills, okay? You should be like, okay, I'm ready, all right? Because what they saying, speaking of the servants, is not, even accurate. We don't even believe in the Bible, okay? So there shouldn't be no discussion whether or not you're going to let go of your cash, okay? Because what do you have to worry about if the Bible isn't real? Okay, you should just take that, cash when they tell you it's no longer effective and just get rid of it, okay? Well, we know you're not, because you know exactly that the servants of the Most High, they are, teaching the truth, okay? So like I said, we're going to play this little clip from JPMorgan and MasterCard, and we're going to see, and this is fair use, educational purposes only. Fair use, educational purpose only, all right? Let's get that clip. All right, this is the prototype. They had an event in Miami where, they allowed people to pay with their face, and this is one of the events that they had. Let's check it out. It says, buying a hat with just your palm, JPMorgan Payments, okay? This is showing you that, JPMorgan, which is a large financial institute, is on board with getting rid of cash and going in the way of biometrics.
What? No phone? No problem. How did I buy this hat with just the palm of my hand? Let me explain. Let's live into the future together with JPMorgan Payments. And what better place to do this than at a GP weekend, where I constantly feel like I'm being shown technology that's from 10 years from now. I got to experience the latest in biometric payments tech today, and it got me very excited about how far we've come with fan experiences both on, but also off track, and what more is possible. I never thought we would have a term like pay by palm, and yet here we are. I just bought this hat with my hand. Oh, and I also bought a cocktail too. Cheers to the race weekend. No.
So you see, this is the direction we heading in, okay? We're heading into this, fourth industrial revolution, this, revolution of technology, okay? Where they're going to look to merge man with machine, all right? Transhumanism. So this is the way that we heading into, all right? So if you're not on board, you're going to get left behind, plain and simple, all right? Those of you that don't believe in the truth, you got to get on board with this man's program or you're going to get left behind, all right? So let's go and get that article on, the cow's face recognition, showing you, animals are people too, because they are using animals to convey the message to you. Instead of just saying humans, they just putting and substituting humans for animals, This is what the wicked elite does, okay? They speak in code and they're using animals to convey the message that they are showing you that these animals are the humans that they're going to eventually, mark with that, device spoken of in Revelation, the 13th chapter, the 16th verse on down. So let's go pick up that article and let's get a few scriptures after that. All right, this is from Successful Foreman, and it says, manage cows with facial recognition technology. See, this is where everything is heading at in this, industrial technology world that we're getting ready to go into, this fourth industrial revolution. It says, new technology from 406 bovine streamlines cow identification with facial scans, okay? And you may say, well, it's just a cow. Yeah, but this cow is represented by humans, okay? Because they are putting it in your face that what? These cows can easily be substituted, and you can put the word human in and you can see how it makes more sense, okay? Now, some may say you stretching, you reaching for it. It's not there, but it is, okay? And I got another article that shows you that as well, okay? This is what they do. They put it in your face to those that can see that all you have to do is separate or substitute the word animals for humans, and you get the picture, okay? And once again, it's a cow of color, okay, showing you their target, their attendant, their target, their what's the word? Their targeted, attendance is UJ, okay? So it says new technology from 406 bovine streamlines cow identification with facial scans. Facial recognition technology for humans, for humans is rapidly finding a home in banks, airport security checkpoints, and other public venues. It scans you and it knows you. So this is the way where we're heading to, this technology, okay? This is where we at right now, all right? And if you're not on board, you're going to get left behind, plain and simple. So let's read that again. Facial recognition technology for humans is rapidly, that means quickly, finding a home in banks. We just seen that, JPMorgan, okay? They want to do away with cash, airport security checkpoints, okay? If you want to fly and travel abroad, this is the new technology that you're going to have to get on board with, okay? They're gradually preparing you for, this event that's going to take place, okay? If you want to continue to, operate on the grid, you're going to have to get along with the program. It says in other public venues, okay? Such as, concerts, sport outings, and you have it, you name it, okay? This is the wave of the future. It says it scans you and it knows you, okay? This is where we at, okay? Biometrics. It says the same technology has come to the cattle industry. And what are cattle? The so-called the 1948ers referred to, people as goyim, cattle, okay? I did a video on that. It says 406 bovine has worked with software developers to make it possible to individually identify your cattle by simply taking a photo scan of their head with your smartphone. The system will let you tie that exact animal to any records database you keep. And this is where they want to take this thing at. They want to trace and track every transaction that is made, okay? They want you to be, tied into the system, and they're going to give you your own individual mark that they can trace everything that you spend, that you buy, that you sell, everything, okay? This is the future that we are heading into, okay? For all those that don't believe, this is your destiny, this is your fate, this is your future, okay? You're going to be part of the program. You're going to be part of the records. So let's read this one more time. It says the same technology has come to the cattle industry. In the cattle goyim that's represented by you so-called non-believers, okay? It says 406 bovine has worked with software developers to make it possible to individually identify your cattle by simply taking a photo scan of their head. Doesn't that sound familiar? Then we hit it in one of the videos that you would just have to put your account, your information, and then you just, take a picture with your face, and then you go inside the restaurant and everything, your information is already on, your account, and you just scan with your face. Okay? Same concept here. It says, identify your cattle by simply taking a photo scan of their head with your smartphone. The system will let you tie that exact animal to any records database you keep. So they're going to track the goyim, the cattle, which is you people, the same way they tracking these livestock in real time right now. Okay, they're going to know where you go, what you spend your money on. No longer will you have the opportunity to get paid under the table or pay for this without being tracked. No, everything is going to be traceable and trackable. Okay, this is the system that they're getting ready to introduce to the world. All right. So let's go get a few scriptures and then let's take it from there. All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, and we're going to jump down to verse 15. It says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt. And Egypt is represented by America, okay? It says, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Right. Because once this system is fully, implemented, there's not going to be need for anyone else, to really work like you're working right now. Okay, why? Because it's going to be ran by, automation, automated, artificial intelligence. Okay, it's not really going to need, Egyptians to run this system anymore. Okay, because why? It's going to be all ran by, artificial intelligence, like we seen in the, video. Okay, now they may have need for one or two individuals to work there, but as far as a whole staff being full with humans, that's no longer needed. Okay, because the work that a human can do without all the complaining, this artificial intelligent robot can do it 10 times better, less pay, no complaining, and can work without having to take breaks, and can work all night if needed. Okay, so there's not going to be any work from what? It says, neither shall there be any work from Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Right, so from the least, the fry cook, all the way to the top, your lawyers, your doctors, it's not going to be any need for that, okay? Because these, artificial intelligent, automated, robots are going to be able to do it and take over, okay? It was an automated robot that, executed the first procedure with that Neuralink brain implant, okay? So showing you, you're not safe at all. Whether you got a 8-year degree or you just got barely out of the 8th grade, okay? You're not safe at all in this kingdom, in this society, okay? Unless you got that mark, that's the only way you're going to be able to eat on this man's grid, okay? For those of you who don't believe and don't have faith, this is your future, okay? Get on board with it, all right? There's nothing you can do, okay? You don't believe in the truth, this is your destiny, okay? To be handed over to a cruel Lord, all right? It says that in verse 2, I believe. Is it 2? And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians? No. It's verse 4. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. You see, this is Yahweh's will that he is allowing this to take place, okay? So if you don't believe and you don't have faith, you're going to be handed over to a cruel Lord, and he's going to rule over you, okay? Your service that you thought that you were, needed of is no longer needed, because why? These robots can do it at half the cost or even less than that. It says, and the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them. saith the Lord, Yahweh of hosts. Right. So this place that you know as of right now, is it going to be the same thing once this, device is implemented, okay? Your freedom, your choices to move about is going to be drastically changed, okay? Your services aren't going to be needed like you think they are right now, from the tail all the way to the head, okay? So you coming into your last days of your freedom, okay? You believing that your value is worth something in this society, okay? You're going to be completely, flabbergasted when you find out what's really coming for you, okay? So back to verse 15, it says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Right. So, hey, it's going to be, it's going to be some individuals that don't know what to do. Okay. They have worked their whole life and now they can't, work. They're going to lose their mind. Okay. They're going to lose their mind because now they have to be, alone with their thoughts. And for the most part, people don't know how to, compartmentalize their ideas and their thoughts. Okay. So this is the world that's getting ready to plague those that don't believe. All right. You staying home all day, hooked up to a virtual reality set, and if you a driver, they may allow you to, because they're going to have self-autonomous cars as well on the road. Okay. Like trucks, you may be able to deliver and drive from the comfort of your, your little 4x4 cubicle or house or whatever you have that they allow you to stay in. You may be able to hook up to the VR set and drive your big rig, from the corner of your cubicle, okay? Because not everyone's going to be out like they are right now. Only those, I'm just speculating, only those with, good carbon footprints or good credit scores or what have you, okay, that are really on board with this beast system. Okay, they may allow them to go out and wander about, go to venues, restaurants, grocery stores, things of that magnitude, okay? But for the rest, hey, you're pretty much, set in your, your little box houses, okay? So this is where we at, man. We are entering into that fourth industrial revolution where they're looking to merge man with human. Okay, so they're gradually allowing you to, get familiar with this technology. Facial recognition, pay by palm, putting articles out there showing you that, the animals are using it as well as people. This is all, the method that they're going to use to bring about this. Okay. Now this is Job 13 and 27. It says, thou puttest my feet also in the stocks, and lookest narrowly unto all my paths. Thou settest a print upon the heels of my feet. Now, when you go into the other translations, particularly I believe it's the NLT, let's just go there. Translation comparisons, I think it's the NLT. It says, you put my feet in stocks. You examine all my paths. You trace all my footprints. You see, the Most High is going to allow them to trace all your footprints through what? That device, okay? That device that you're going to put inside your right hand or in your forehead is going to be traceable, okay? They're going to be able to trace every footprint, every step you take through the digital world, okay? That's why we head into this, that's why they are heading to this, fourth industrial revolution. They want to track everything. So it says, you put my feet in stocks. You examine all my paths. You trace all my footprints, okay? This is where we heading to, okay? This is where they going at with this, with this mark, okay? They want complete control, okay? They want complete and utter control. They want they want self-autonomous over you, okay? They want to be your decision maker. They want to take away your ability to think and depend and heavily rely on them, okay? So this is where we at. This is where we going with it, okay? Get on board or get left behind. That's going to be their motto pretty much, all right? Now this is 2 Corinthians 2 and verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right, so we seeing it, okay? We understand prophecy. We know what time we in, okay? That's why we staying vigilant and we staying sober in these last days, okay? Because going off and veering off that straight gate can get you, lost in the sauce, all right? So that's why we say, continue to pray and fast and be sober and continue to watch, all right? Because they putting it in front of your face, allowing you to, see it, but they also giving you, side missions to keep you sidetracked. The NBA finals, the NBA playoffs, they was using the beef between rappers. They got the thing with Diddy in the news. They got all these things to keep you sidetracked so that you don't, do the research and look up things and see. Because it says what? Blessed is he that readeth. Okay? Let's go there. Revelation 1 in verse 3. It says, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Okay, we are close. Okay, and if you're not reading, watching, and engulfing yourself in these prophecies, you're going to be caught off guard. Okay, and this is a major prophecy. Okay, the mark of the beast spoken of in Revelation, the 13th chapter. This is a major prophecy that everyone should be looking out for. Okay. And videos are going out left or right warning you, all right? While other camps and, other, Israelites are, doing their thing, putting themselves out there, getting on these podcasts, doing debates, they ain't concerned with prophecy, okay? They concerned about, fattening their wallets in these last days, all right? Which ain't gonna, benefit them at all, man. Prophecy should be pushed. Prophecy should be pushing in these last days, man. Prophecy, okay? Not trying to, further expand your name, and, get a name for yourself, We supposed to be prophesying in the name of, our Lord and Savior, Hashem Yahawashi. Okay, and this is a key prophecy right here, and there's no excuse, outside of, you don't believe and you just want to get your pockets fat, okay? This is a shame, man. The individuals that were put up, above to lead ain't blowing the trumpet, okay? And if they blow it, they ain't blowing it frequently enough, okay? This is a prophecy that you need to blow at every given chance that you have, all right? Because once you get this mark in your hand, contrary to whatever somebody says that's not biblical, there's no coming back from it, okay? This is a prophecy that must be blown at every chance that's necessary. If you consider yourself a watchman, anything relating to that mark must be blown, man. It must be, you must emphasize and stress the importance on not taking this mark, okay? Forget all that, going across the world, spreading that, we the Israelites and all that. That's all fine and dandy, but that's not going to deliver you, okay? Knowing prophecy, knowing that this mark is at the front door, and knowing what the mark is, okay? These are the things that is sound doctrine, okay? These are the things that's going to deliver us, all right? Knowing these prophecies, okay? I'm not saying we're going to deliver ourselves, because we know we're not. But watching and being sober is what's going to keep us in the mix, okay? So that we know he that is coming, that's delivering us, will be prepared, and we'll be prepared when he comes back. And that's speaking of Yahawashi, okay? So let's read that again. Let's go back to Revelation 1 before we read the prophecy at hand. Revelation 1 and 3. It says, blessed is he that readeth. Okay, you got to read and, stay on point. Okay, you read these prophecies, line them up with, the things that's going on in the world, and you stay on point. Okay, don't fall off, don't fall asleep. All right, because you can't hit that snooze but so many times before you go back to sleep and don't wake up at all. So it says, blessed is he that readeth. Okay, read articles, time into prophecy, and continue to blow the trumpet. If you taking your watch, you allow the people to know what's coming down the pipe. Okay, this is an important prophecy. So it says, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein. And one of the things that is written therein, that we shouldn't take this mark. Okay, that's a very important, commandment. It says, for the time is at hand. Okay, it's at hand. They getting ready to come with it. Okay, and all you, leaders that's left in charge, that's not, stressing the importance on this mark, that's going to be on your hand, man. Okay, that's going to be on your hand. All right, you are, too concerned with, coveting, getting the bag. Okay, growing your brand per se. All right, that's what it's all about for the most part. Those that are left in charge, of a larger congregation, they're just worried about growing their brand. Okay, making their brand known. Okay, they're not magnifying Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, and showing that these prophecies, especially this one right here, which once you receive it, there's no coming back. Okay, we're gonna get that as well. So now let's go to Revelation 13 and let's read it. Revelation 13 and verse 16. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Right, so he's going to mandate this to be a law, that in order for you to, operate on his grid, you have to have this mark. Okay, no matter if you're rich or poor. Okay, we read it in Isaiah 19. There should be no work for the head, for the tail, nor head. Okay, unless you got that mark, you're not eating, man. It says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive. See, you're going to have to receive that mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. What else? And that no man might buy or sell, except what? Save he that had the mark. So you see, if you don't have this mark, you will not be able to buy and sell, okay? You're not going to be able to operate on this grid, okay? Because this grid is going digital. They want to trace your footsteps, okay? Your footprints, all right? That's your digital print, okay? They want to trace that. So it says, in that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. That's going to be your digital footprint. That's how they're going to trace you. That's how they're going to track every spendage that you make. They're going to have your biometric. It's all going to be, encompassed on that mark when you put it inside your right hand or in your forehead. 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. 666. Chi stigma. Okay. When you go into that word stigma, it means to prick. They're going to prick you with that, that sharp point when they insert that, make that incision to insert that device inside your hand. Okay. And when you receive it, which you will for the most part, if you don't believe, especially here in Babylon the Great, you're going to receive that judgment that comes along with it, spoken of in Revelation the 14th chapter, and starting at verse 9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image. How do you go about doing that? It tells you, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. So if you receive that mark in your forehead or in your hand, you have just showed your allegiance by worshiping the beast in his image, by taking that mark in your forehead or in your hand. Now, what would be the consequences for those that do that? Verse 10, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is what? Which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels. So you're going to get all of it, man. All the missiles that's coming here to this place, which is America, Babylon the Great, all the beams from out of the chariots, you're going to feel it all, okay? You're going to be left to be tormented in your body where it's going to feel like an eternity, okay? You're going to feel it all, man. You're going to feel it, okay? It ain't going to be a quick and, painless death. No, it's going to be slow and painful and agony from the time you take it to the time you are taking off this, this earth. You're going to feel it all, man. So it says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Okay? So there's no coming back once you take it, all right? And the leaders of these camps, these congregations should be pushing this message, okay? This is an important prophecy, not worrying about, expanding your brand by, going throughout the, earth. This is the prophecy that you should be concerned, especially, at this point in time, in this moment, okay? You should be pushing this, this prophecy, okay? The mark of the beast is right around the corner, okay? Once that is implemented, then what? World War III will be, fully blown, okay? The missiles are going to start coming, and then we got salvation, okay? Yahweh Shai, okay? But, hey, when you are, when you are more concerned about expanding your brand, and using this truth for a avenue to, get yourself a name, then you don't care too much to be concerned about the well-beings of others, okay? As long as you can justify in your mind that you're doing the work by preaching and, telling yourself that you're waking up, the lost souls, and that you save more than anybody else. Just look at your numbers, your followers, okay? Just in that alone, you showing that you are in the mind that you're doing it, okay? Because you're not giving it to credit it to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, okay? You saying you did it, okay? Not Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, all right? And that's the pride, Pride goeth before the destruction, okay? Although you have a large following, and people follow you, for your wisdom, for your ability to break down scriptures, you're not, blowing a trumpet on this one in particular, okay? Although it may seem trivial to you or, not of importance or significant, hey, what does it tell you? Let's go there. 1 Corinthians. All praises to the Most High. One second. Let's start at the top. 1 Corinthians 13:1. Though I speak with the tongues of man and of angels, and have not charity, I am become as sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. You see? So there's a purpose. You may have tongues. You may be able to be eloquent, in your speech. You may be able to break down the precepts back to back. You may be, on fire, man. It says, though I speak with the tongue of Slakia, though I speak with the tongue of man and of angels and have not charity, I am become as sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal, right? It's just the noise. And though I have the gift of prophecy, see, some people could go into these scriptures and break them down in the form that, it could just be painted, the picture can be painted clearly. It says, and though I have the gift of prophecy and understanding all mysteries, they can go into these scriptures and show you these things and break down the mysteries. It says, in all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. Right. It's about charity, okay? And if you're not giving back, to this word and giving, recognition and honor to, the Holy Spirit, through Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah for waking you up, you doing it all in vain. It says, and though I have the gift of prophecy and understanding all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I could remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. Okay? So you may be able to go into prophecies. You may be able to break down the word, but if you don't have charity, you don't have nothing. Verse 3, and though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not charity, it profits me nothing. Right? So without charity, it doesn't profit you anything, okay? And if you're not, going into this prophecy, this prophet, if you're not going into this prophecy, because you caught up in your ways, it says nothing, because you should be, giving this prophecy for nothing, okay? You should be showing charity, all right? This prophecy is the prophecies that's going to set the stage, okay? It says, verse 4, charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up. So this is an ongoing thing, okay, with charity. You just have to, give freely, okay? So you have everything, that someone could want in this truth. You could break down the prophecies. You can go into the mysteries. You can understand the mysteries. You got the knowledge and everything. But if you don't have charity, you don't have nothing. It says, charity suffereth long and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up, doth not behave itself unseemly. Seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil, rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth, beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things. Charity never faileth. And we go into these prophecies, Revelation 13, as much as necessary, okay? Why? Because we have charity, we have long suffering, okay? We have to continue bringing this prophecy out, man. Although you get caught up in these other, gifts and talents that you have, but if you don't have charity, you don't have nothing, okay? So although it seemed meaningless and trivial to you to keep going over that Revelation 13 and 16, it means a lot to those that are coming into the truth and have never heard it, okay? Put yourself in their position who just came into the truth, don't know what the mark of the beast is, or heard it, but don't have the complete understanding. Okay, that's charity for you to go and explain it to them again and go through the long suffering, agony of breaking it down, going into it, talking about it, and, giving them that understanding, because you can do everything else. You have the gift, the talent, okay? But you have to have charity as well. It says charity never faileth. And that's why we do the work, okay? Because charity never faileth. If we see in the news an article that's relating to, the mark of the beast, we gonna go into it, okay? We enjoy it. Because why? It shows us that this man is getting ready to make his move, okay? It's showing you that prophecy is at the front door. It shows you that once this prophecy hit, we up out of here, okay? Not too long afterwards, okay? So, you have to be able to, give charity. It says charity never faileth. But whether there be prophecies, they shall fail. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when that which is perfect is come, then that which is in part shall be done away. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Verse 12. For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even as also I am known. 13. And now abideth faith, hope, charity. These three. But the greatest of these is charity. You see? Out of those three, the greatest is charity. Okay? Because for you to, matter of fact, let's go into that word charity.
Strong's G26, agape. Agape.
Agape. Okay? And some of the outline of biblical usage is 1, affection, goodwill, love, benevolence, brotherly love, love feast. Okay? So if you got charity, you showing benevolence, you showing brotherly love. Okay? You going into the scriptures. Okay? You taking your time out, and you using your time that you could be doing other things with, but you are using your time and going and looking for scriptures and reporting on them, and you showing brotherly love. Okay? You constantly feeding the flock. All right? And one of the prophecies, especially in these last times, that they are coming out with, where it seems like on the regular, is this biometric face recognition, all this technology leading up to the mark. Okay? So, hey, we gonna push this thing all the way up into the end. All right? If it be the good Lord's will, we're gonna keep, reporting on this. All right? So, charity, affection, goodwill, love. It says, and now abideth faith, hope, charity, in these three. But the greatest of these is charity. Okay? So charity is the greatest of faith, hope, and charity. These three, but the greatest of these is charity. So out of those three, charity is the greatest, man. Okay? Because it takes time. It takes, it takes love to, give your time to show brotherly love, okay, to the body, okay? Because you can have faith, you can have hope, okay? But charity, that shows your, compassion towards the brother, to show brotherly love, okay? To go into the scriptures, to break them down, to show the mysteries, okay? Because you can, what does it say? The first verse says this: though I speak with the tongues of man and of angels and have not charity, I am become as sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. So you can speak the Hebrew tongue. You can speak the tongue of man. But if you don't have charity to show that to the brothers, to show brotherly love, it's all become as a sounding brass and a tinkling cymbal. It's just noise, okay? So it's the fact that you go into it and take the time to break it down to show. That's the charity, okay? You have the, you have the mysteries of the kingdom, but do you go in and do you show the brotherly love? Do you show them? Do you make the videos? Do you make lessons on them? Do you do it to your full capacity? Or are you doing it just to be doing it? Okay? That's the brotherly love. That's the charity, okay? And when we see this mark, and things that's related to this mark, we go into it, okay? We feed the flock. We sound the alarm. We showing you that, hey, we right around the corner. Don't start to slack off now, okay? Keep it up, okay? Keep your faith, okay? Keep enduring. Not too much longer, all right? We don't have too much longer on here, okay? So we going to get out of this kingdom, but we got to continue to sound the alarm, man. Blow that trumpet, Hey, and although it may not seem a lot to others, this mark of the beast is a very important prophecy, because if you don't get it right, that's going to cost you your ass, man. Plain and simple, okay? If you thinking it's something else, and, you take it, and then you thinking you can, repent from it, hey, And the only way you're going to be able to repent from that is you got to get those missiles, okay? And then you're going to, come back into the kingdom. But on this side, that's going to be it for you, okay? You've signed your fate once you take that. You got to wait till you come back into the kingdom, all right? So, hey, we're going to continue to sound that alarm, sound that trumpet in Zion, man. Any opportunity that we get to talk about this mark, we're going to give that charity and we're going to, come out with it, all right? So just thought about bringing that out, seeing that face recognition, JPMorgan, which is a big-time financial institution, teaming up with MasterCard, which is known, for making transactions, Anytime you get two powerhouses like that, it's speaking, prophecy is speaking, Hey, not too much longer till they just come on out with it, man. Digital, CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, they trying to take away your cash one step at a time, okay, till it's a complete and, self-autonomous system where you no longer rely on cold, hard, physical cash, but instead you rely on a digital currency, okay? And that's the way we headed. So just wanted to bring that out a little bit, and expound upon it and talk about it, all right? So now that we have, let's go ahead and close out with 1 Peter 5 and verse 8. It reads, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. Right, and if you're not, finding yourself concerned with prophecies and reporting on them and not knowing exactly what time we're in because you're not reading, then you're going to be easy to be devoured, okay? You're not going to understand the prophecy. You're not going to understand what the mark of the beast is. You're not going to understand the repercussions for taking it, and you're going to think it's sweet, okay? You may know what it is, but you may not know the consequences for taking it, all right? See, there's things that go along with it. You can know what it is. You can have the mystery. You can know what it is. That is a, RFID tag that you put inside your right hand. But if you take it, you may think that you can repent from it on this side. Okay? But hey, it tells you in Revelation 14 that if you take it and worship the beast, then you're going to drink of that cup of indignation. It ain't going to be sweet. Okay? You're going to be in, you're going to be in torment. Okay, you're gonna be living in hell, all right, all the way up until the missiles come, okay, because there's no one that's escaping it out of here in America, which is Babylon the Great, okay. This place is gonna be that altar, all right. So it says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour, all right. So continue to be vigilant and stay circumspect, especially in these last days. And with that being said, I pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom. Peace.